Besides washing your hands a lot and not touching your face, what else can you do to boost your immunity and stay healthy? Hi everyone, I'm GloryB and this is GloryB-TV with some tips today to help you stay healthy. It's really about boosting your immunity, which is so important to fight off all kinds of colds and flus. First, let's start with food and drink. Let's start with what to eat and drink. Well, first of all, you want to boost your immunity with foods that have really good antioxidants. So I'm talking about fruit that's like blueberries, strawberries, oranges and clementines, pomegranates, and any other fruit that's your favorite, really. And eat them fresh, not out of a can. Secondly, eating a lot of dark leafy greens. So this includes all kinds of lettuce. I know they're kind of lighter green, but they're fairly dark if you shop around. And things like kale and other greens that you usually find in your grocery section, usually all together in the same area. And you can chop these up really small, especially if there's something like kale. You can chop them up really small and put them in a salad and eat them raw in that way. Or you can also cook them, and I would just say like very lightly saute in some water, or you can even steam them very, very lightly. They'll cook very fast. For beverages that help you increase your immunity, let's start with my immunity boosting tea. This is a tea that I did a video on a while back, and I'll link it if you click the little I in the upper right hand corner. You can get a drop down on the right side of your screen and then click it to see how to make it. This is a combination of things like lemon, ginger, turmeric, cayenne, black pepper, and a sweetener of your choice. It's very delicious and it's easy to make and it's cheap to make. I brought with me to show you 4 other teas, and I have them linked in the description box below, but you can typically find these in just about any grocery store. Here's one called Cold Season by Yogi. This has a whole bunch of things. I won't read you the list because there's just so many things in it that are actually very delicious. Another favorite of mine is this green tea super antioxidant. Lovely. And then also, this one's delicious actually. The Organic Echinacea Plus is very good for boosting your immunity. And then the 4th one I brought, well, this is if you start to get a scratchy throat. This is one of my favorites. It's the Throat Coat. Oh my gosh, it works. I brought some of this to my aunt a few years ago when she told me she had a scratchy throat. Throat Coat. Love it. And then of course, drinking lots of water, filtered water if you can get it. The most clean water, even distilled water is fine. Just drinking a lot of that. If some people I know don't like the taste of plain water, so you can put in a slice of lemon or a slice of cucumber. Now, no discussion about food and drink isn't complete if I don't also tell you about foods and drink that you want to eliminate from your diet at the time when you're kind of susceptible to getting what's going around, because these things will lower your immunity. Well, what kind of things am I talking about? I'm talking about sugar and fried foods, all kinds of dairy like ice cream and milk, cow milk, and cheese. I'm talking about meat. And in the beverage department, I'm talking about soda pop and alcohol. Just, for a temporary, just take them off the list. Now, outside of food and drink, let's talk about some other things that you want to be mindful of increasing your immunity, because that's the goal. So let's talk about fear for a moment. Anytime you're feeling fearful, that can wear you down on the inside and make you more susceptible to catch whatever is going around. Now, 2 simple ways that you can work on your fear. First is make a list of everything that you're grateful for, and then say them out loud. I think saying them out loud instead of just reading the list is so much more powerful for you. And if you're feeling fear, or you're feeling anxious, just read it 2 or 3 times a day then. Otherwise, read it once a day so that you don't go into a fear mode. Another good way to reduce all the kinds of things going on inside of you, if you're feeling some anxiety or you're feeling fear, is to exercise. Now, I'm not necessarily advocating going to the gym if you're concerned about germs, but you can always do lots of walking, running if you're into running, biking, those kinds of things where you're on your own. You can also turn on a video. There are plenty of exercise videos available online, and you can do those in your own home. These kinds of exercises will get your endorphins going and help to quell a lot of the fear that is going to pull you down if you don't get rid of it. Getting more sleep is also a great idea. So instead of watching TV when you're thinking, okay, should I watch that one more show? Now, I watch most of my TV from Hulu, so I'm not bound by a schedule. And many of you might watch Netflix or some of the other streaming services. So you get to the time and you're like, okay, I gotta be at work. Maybe you're working at home. You look at your watch, or maybe you look at it on your phone, the time, and you're like, okay, so if I watch this show, by the time I'm going to bed, it'll be, you know what? Get in the practice of going to bed early and get some extra shut-eye. It's just a really good idea to help boost that immunity. Especially if you're sticking around at home a lot more these days. Get on the phone with friends and with family members. And I don't mean texting them. I mean, texting is okay. Seeing them on Facebook is okay. But having a conversation is such an uplifter. I had a phone call earlier today with, I guess I'd call her an in-law. They were sharing some good news, and it just brightened my day. You know, it was their good news, but it made me feel really good having the conversation. And it was with a younger person, a much younger person who's more used to texting. So it was really nice to have a conversation. I will tell you, just doing things that brighten your day will help to increase your immune system. Now, if you're also stuck at home, I don't know if this is a good one for you, but for me, going into a room and decluttering, putting stuff away, getting rid of stuff, deciding what I'm going to give away or throw out, to me, that's really, it's a stress reliever for me when I walk into a room then and it's decluttered. So if you are at home, you're getting a little bored, pick a room and start decluttering. I think it might, if it helps me, it might help a lot of you out there. Now, if you're wondering, all right, let's go back to the food thing. How can I eliminate those foods and eat more of the good foods? Well, you might want to check out my website, GloryB-TV.com, and check out some of the courses that I have online for helping you change your diet into a diet that's anti-aging, immune boosting, and helps you get on with your life and not have so much dis-ease. And usually the diseases I'm thinking of are things like high blood pressure, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, those kinds of things that people tend to start getting in their 40s and 50s and 60s and beyond. But it also helps fight the kinds of things that are infectious that come through our areas from time to time. So check it out and check out one of my other videos, especially that immunity boosting lemon tea, by clicking its image on the right side of your screen. And I'll see you in the next video.